Hi guys, I'm Precious. Today I'll be teaching us how to make, can you see this beautiful placket and the Mandarin collar. This is so beautiful. Let's get right into the tutorial. Hi guys, I'm Precious. It's been a while. Happy to meet you. In our tutorial today, we will learn how to attach a placket and a Mandarin collar. Well, if you're just joining us for the first time, please subscribe. Don't forget to like and share this video to your friends, your soul friends. Okay, so let's get into our tutorial. Here I cut out, the bodice. I'm going to be making it like a top. So this is it, and this is the back. The back neckline is 3 inches for the width and 1 inch for the depth. And here is the front. The front neckline is 3 inches for the width and the depth is 3.5. I went ahead and minus ½ inch. And because we're going to be putting a placket there, I slashed it open to 11 inches and my placket to get up to 15 inches. Now this is my placket. I went ahead as well, to minus the ½ inch from the middle. You can see how it has this V shape, and I also went in, by 4 inches. This is the mid part of the placket. I came in here by 4 inches, marked it, and I cut out the rest. The reason why I cut it out is so that our placket can lay properly. The width of our placket is 7 inches and I folded ½ inch in and ½ inch here. So next we're showing us, we've drafted our basic sleeve. This is our basic sleeve. The sleeve is going to have a garters, okay, at this end part here around the elbow side to have a garters. So your garters will be double your round sleeve, okay. Here your round sleeve times 2. So I've cut out mine here, can you see? So I have my garters, my basic sleeve, my placket, the front of my bodice, and the front and the back of my body. So I'll go ahead and join it and show us. Alright, so I went ahead and pinned down our placket to the body so it will be easier for you to sew. So I'll be sewing it now. So I'm sewing it down. Make sure you get your pins out of the way. So I chose to use this color of thread. So when you get to this down part, just take it easy, come down like 1/4 inch and flip the fabric over, because you'll be sewing down. You want to take it easy. Get to this point, you flip it over as well, and then you continue sewing. Now I'm done sewing my placket. What you need to do now, can you see this end here? You need to notch it, okay, like this and like this. Don't forget to use your interfacing. Here I use hair stage for this. So I'm just going to turn this over. Can you see the notch made it easy to lay here? So I'll turn it over and secure it with the pin. Okay, so now it's time for us to arrange our placket. I've turned it, okay. You see this joining line, you make sure it's facing this part you folded, okay, and then you flip it. This is how it will be. Can you see where I folded is laying directly on the first stitch line, and you secure it with a pin. Now there's a little trick I always do when I get to this part. What I do is I go in more like this, can you see, and then flip it over. Now I'm looking at this opening here, so this fold should not be more than that opening, okay. So when you flip it over like this, you can then continue. So I'll secure it with a pin now and show us what it looks like. I've secured it with a pin, and this end we'll be sewing on it. You can cut this part out if you wish, so that it gets out of the way for you, or you can fix it, or you put it in like this. Now it's time to attach this other side of the placket. Now this placket is not supposed to overlap. According to the picture illustration, it's not supposed to overlap, so the joining will be around this end here. So what we'll do here as well, we'll also secure this part down with a pin. So I'll be doing that now, and I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done. So I've secured it with the pin. Can you see? Now I have this bulk here and I really don't need it. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead, go under and just trim it out. When you're trimming, you need to be careful. You don't want to trim too much. Okay, so I'm just trimming out this bulk here. Okay, and I'll cut this out. All right, so my placket is all light and I'm going to be working with only the piece of fabric that I need. Now this is it. You want to make sure you have a crease line so you can see the middle. So to get the crease line, you place this on fold and press on it so you can see the line of the middle part or the mid part of this placket. Now this is how the placket will look like. And then on the hem, you can either fold it like this and like this. Can you see what I did there? And place it down so it has this nice design down. So I will pin it down and then we will sew all the way. Now it's time to sew this, so make sure you sew really close. You know, it gives the work this neat perfect finishing. So when we're done, I'll show us what it looks like. Don't forget to get your pins out of the way so it's easy for you to sew it. We'll stop on that point where we notched initially and bring it out. At this point, if you have your pressing iron, you need to press this down so it lays flat. So I'm going ahead to press this other side down before I sew it. You know, when you press it down, it makes it easier. Done pressing, it's time to join these other sides. Don't forget, I said you need to sew very close so it looks all neat and perfectly finished. So you can see we've gotten to this point where we folded. So you just take the presser foot up, you know, and sew gently to that point like this. When you get to the midpoint, you stop, you raise it up as well and turn it to the other side. And so make sure you've ironed the crease line. Can you see the line? That's the center line, so it will guide you, okay, so that your placket will look even. Okay, so I'm going to sew it down like this and then we'll turn it. Now remember, this is where the opening ends, so you need to secure that part very well. You want to be sure that this other part is laying properly on it and neatly covered. So, and you sew it down. Can you see? I'll sew it, and when I get to the upper part, you know, I'll stop here and then you need to close it. Okay, this is optional though. If you like, you can do it. If you like, you can just leave it like that, but it's okay to close it. So we are done with our plackets. I will join the shoulder and the sides, then we'll go over and to cut our Mandarin collar. I've joined the shoulder by 1/2 inch. Now I'll just fold it like this because I want it to have this, you know, it's a jean fabric I'm using. So I'll fold it down like this and sew it. So I'm sewing down the shoulder like this. Always remember to back stitch. Down the sides, I mean, by 1 inch. Then when I'm done, I'll be folding. I just want to have a clean finish inside because it's a jean fabric. So when I'm done, I'll show us what it looks like. Alright, so we're done. I've joined the sides and the sleeve, as you can see. So what we need to do now is to fix our Mandarin collar. What you need to do is measure around the neckline like this. So I've measured it and it is 20 inches. So I'll be cutting the collar now. So I have this piece of fabric here. So I'm just going to put it on, fold it into two and fold it again. So I'll be cutting both my collars, you know, at the same time. I need 2 pieces. So I'll be using this side as the guideline. Okay. Remember, I said the collar is 20, which means if I divide 20 by 2, we would have 10 inches. So I'm going to have 10 and I'll add 1/2 inch for joining allowance. So I'll be marking the 1/2 inch and I'll raise it up by 4 inches. So I have a box like this. Okay, so I've trimmed out the excess and this is what we're working with. The width of my collar, I want it to be 1.5. So this is 10.5 here. I'm going to be dividing my 10.5 into 2 to mark the midpoint here. Okay, so I will go up here by 1 inch and also mark okay, and then I'll connect it down to the midpoint as well, like this. Now remember I said I want the width of my collar to be 1.5, so here I'll mark out the ½ inch already that I will use for joining, okay, because we'll be adding ½ inch round. So I just mark it out here. Can you see the way I followed it up all the way? Okay, so from the ½ inch I'll start putting in my 1.5 inches. Remember I said my width, the collar width will be 1.5 inches, so you put it in like this all the way. Okay, so this is my 1.5. From this edge here you can go in by 1 inch. It depends. If you want it to be 4 corner, you can leave it. If you want it to have this little shape, you can just use your free hand to draw it. Now I'll be adding back my joining allowance of ½ inch round it as well, and then I will cut it out now. And so ladies, our Mandarin collar is ready. So I'll take it to the ironing table now and press our interface on it, our hairstay on it. So our collar is ready. As you can see, I used my hairstay. You can use your collar stay. I prefer the hairstay because of the effect it gives. Now you can also cut this collar on bias fold. That is, if you cut it on the paper, then you can transfer the paper, you know, to your fabric on bias. Okay, so let's continue with our tutorial. As you can see, I folded this part up by ½ inch. So I will sew it round and stop here because we'll be turning this part in. So I'll take it to the sewing machine now and sew it down all the way. Okay, so I'm sewing around. Always remember to back stitch. So I'll be sewing it all the way. So we've gotten to the end of it, and here we'll stop sewing. After, you know, sewing, you need to notch the edges like this. Notches are tailor's best friends. So I'll notch all the way around and then we'll press it. Okay, so I made a notch on the center of our Mandarin collar. Okay, so I'll be placing it to match the notch at the center back here. Can you see? And then I'll secure it with a pin. So what we'll do next here is we'll put the collar, you know, to the center front as well, like this, and also secure it with a pin. You want to secure the center front, both front and the center back, with pins, so it will be easy for you to sew it down. Okay, so I will just pin it down here and then we will sew now. So always remember to back stitch, and also I'm taking out my pins. Okay, so I will just carefully sew down. Okay, and then from this end to the other end, when I'm done I'll show you what it looks like. So we are getting to the other end. I'm going to take out these pins here, so the pin there, so it doesn't, you know, get in the way. So I will gently sew. Okay, and back stitch. That's it. After joining the collar, you need to notch it. Can you see? You notch it like this all the way. To finish off our collar, this is the inside look. I know some people do sew this part of the collar outside. Me, I prefer to sew it inside, so by the time we join it, you see it will have this, you know, finished look like the ready-made ones you see that will have the stitch on both sides. So you see the seam line. I'm going to be placing this on it directly, and then I will sew like so that by the time I sew it down, it will appear both here and on the other side. Sewing, you're just trying to make sure you're feeling the other part, just to be sure you're sewing on it at the right sides. Okay, so I will continue all the way down. Okay ladies, we are done, and you can see it is neatly finished both inside and outside. Can you see what I was trying to achieve? So I have that line here and it is also here. Okay, this is the kind of colors, you know, when you see them sew like this in ready-made, this is how it was done, and that is how I love fixing my own. So I'll be displaying it on the mannequin for us to see what it looks like. All right, ladies, so you can see how beautiful this looks. We are done with our placket and the Mandarin color. See you. I'm Precious. Bye. So I'll be leaving the description below to join our Facebook group so you can ask questions. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to subscribe, and see you in our next tutorials. Bye.